Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cryptopolitan. It's Tuesday, the 7th of May. Glad to have you stop by. If it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. We get news out to you every day, sometimes twice a day, but at least once a day, and a weekend report on the weekends. Also, crush that like button, really helps us out. And once again, we really appreciate the views. Let's jump into it. First, let's head over to the Cryptopolitan, where we have all your news laid out in easy to find segments, whether it's altcoin news, Bitcoin news, regulation, industry news, blockchain itself news, coin analysis on lots of coins, um, and even events in your local area or far and abroad, where you want to run off and have an adventure and learn about blockchain. First, the Chinese hackers are getting deep into supply chain hacking, which is one of the one of the biggest areas of blockchain right now is in supply chain, and that's where a lot of supply chain companies are really diving into to blockchain technology. According to recent media reports, there is a secret Sino hacking group. Barium is scoring blockchain attacks, along with the familiarization of public with cyber attacks. Is linked into cryptojacking and fingerprinting software, and supply chain assaults are gaining popularity. Now, the victims of these are kind of big companies like CCleaner, Computer Maker, Asus, PC Cleanup Tool, etc. The hacking groups suspected of such are Barium, Shadowpad, Wicked Panda, and Shadow Hammer. Um, this really shows the need for increased security, not just in blockchain, but in your own personal security. Never store your private keys anywhere that they're easily accessible. Don't give anyone that information. This fingerprint technology, even that's iffy from what I've found. I really wouldn't say this if I hadn't upgraded my phone, but I have changed my phone. Um, but the phone before this had a fingerprint scanner, and I don't know how, but for some reason it was linked to my one of my son's phones. And like if I bought an app, it would go onto his phone. If he bought an app, I would also get it on mine. Sometimes if someone would call him, they come to me. Um, Very weird stuff. But one of the biggest weird things is my fingerprint would unlock his phone. His fingerprint would unlock my phone. Not supposed to work that way, but it did. So definitely watch that. Always be careful of that, and talk with your cell phone provider if you have anything like that. During the 2017, the Russian hacking group hijacked uh, a Ukraine-based software accounting software to plant a damaging worm, which cost firms more than $10 billion. So it's not a nickel and dime industry. It's costing people a lot of money, and that gets passed on from if someone attacks the blockchain and costs those companies billions of dollars, that gets passed down to the consumer, which is you, which is me. Next, we'll head over to Iran, and the Iranian central bank is working on a blockchain for an independent financial system. The thing about Iran's financial system and banking system, it's extremely independent, very because of sanctions and all the other stuff that's going on with Iran. Um, their whole banking system is very centralized. Like if I was to go to Iran as a tourist, and or you were most likely, um, you could use your debit card's no good. It doesn't work at the ATMs. It doesn't work anywhere. There they have a special credit card and special debit system because it's such a confined ecosystem. Once again, because of the sanctions, because of a lot of the political, struggles, it's very enclosed. So they're looking towards blockchain, which also, if they had the infrastructure of blockchain set up, if any of those things relaxed, it would be definitely advantageous to their banking system. Iran is looking towards blockchain technology with interest and is striving to take the maximum benefit from this segment and to gain financial independence. Iran's central bank has recently taken the initiative to introduce advanced blockchain technology in the banks, also in other financial institutions. In order to fulfill this aim, this is what I was wondering: how are they going to get away with this with said sanctions and all of the political drama? In order to fulfill the system, they have established a proper platform called Borna. This is an independent platform that provides the best blockchain services to the Middle East and North Africa, or it's considered the MENA region, which is a huge region. A lot of people, definitely a lot of unbanked people. Iran's central bank has taken a step individually, but in collaboration with one of the other blockchain firms and with Informatics Service Corporation. Now, the CEO of Airtech has explained that this action will bring closer all the banks and businesses as a validation of license by the central bank would be made obligatory, and this would bring improvement to the fintech sector in general. But the CEO further briefed about the implications of Borna, saying that there is no deadline for the project. The Iran Central Bank should first address the legal issues and concern regarding this matter, hence all the stuff I went over. So I can only imagine, because most countries, if they want to implement something like this, they have to work on all of the technical aspects and all this other stuff, whereas if Iran wants to do it, they have to do all that plus a lot of other political stuff. But it's definitely a big move going forward. And honestly, if Iran did that, then that's going to put a lot of pressure on the rest of the world to catch up. Let's go over some of these price predictions. Now, with Iota, there's a story, you can go read it. They're looking at like $55 in the future for Iota. I think most of these experts that throw these numbers out there, they're really huge, and I wondered why they're so ridiculously huge. Even during the big bull, 2017, a lot of giant numbers were thrown around because it was believable, because we were in this utopian time where everything's just going up, up, and up, and up. Although now, with a little bit more realism and a little bit more intelligence and education, they don't seem realistic at all, which, honestly, I don't think most of them are. IOTA is a leading cryptocurrency. Now, they focus on the Internet of Things, which is massive. Now, this is talking about $55 price. If IOTA can just get 10% of the Internet of Things market, that's not going to happen. Not for a long, ever maybe time. And if it ever starts to happen, they're going to be fighting with a lot of other companies that are going to want to do that. But on a positive note, I was thinking not on the lines of 10% of the Internet of Things, but if they were to capture 1%, that is a possibility of the Internet of Things market. That would jack this thing up to $5.50, which right now I think it's a quarter. So that would be a huge gain. $5.50. I think that is a possibility. Now here he does go over. It would be $15 billion market cap. That is pretty massive. Let's look at what is Bitcoin's 103. Right now, the entire crypto market cap, everything, 2,100 coins, is only 184 billion. So that would be about 10% of the entire market cap right now. However, if we hit 1%, or if IOTA hit 1%, then the overall market cap would be a lot higher than 180 billion. It would probably be closer to $1 trillion. So definitely a possibility. IOTA is definitely something to look out for. They're really making moves in the Internet of Things. I think it's a solid project. Not financial advice from not your financial advisor. Always do your own research, but take it for what you want. Head over to the Cryptopolitan and check the story out. Next, we'll go over Ripple. I am a little tired of this. I mean, I've been reporting on Ripple. I think Ripple's huge. Ripple's one of the biggest. Ripple's probably going to be the biggest because it is what it is. It's the mainstream one. It's the one they talk about on all the financial shows. It's the one your grandma and grandpa have heard about besides Bitcoin. It's cheap. I buy it. I do, I'm probably going to buy. When I was getting ready to do this report, I looked, it's down 29 cents. Every time it hits 29 cents, I buy. Every time it hits over 40, I sell. Not a very genius strategy. I don't even do a lot of technical analysis with it, but it works because it does that probably 3 times, 4 times a year, and it's 20%, 25%. So this is one of those crazy predictions that is supposed to hit $590. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm really just kind of tired of Ripple pie in the sky people saying this. The The $10 mark, crazy, but that's maybe, and that's maybe, I think, a $10 mark. 589, Crypto Bitlord is a renowned member of the XRP community. Oh, what a surprise. And he says it is definitely probable, not possible, probable to hit $589. There's no damn way. I'll tell you why. Before we go into all this other crap, just take a look at it. Like I said, the entire market cap, every single currency there is, every single one, even stuff you haven't, even probably 1,000 you haven't heard of, is 184 billion. XRP is huge. Okay, it is one of the biggest. It is the second biggest at times. It overtakes Ethereum. But its market cap right now is $12 billion. And it's 29 cents. Clicked on it. Give it a sec here. 29 cents. And it's a $12 billion market cap. In order for it to go to 290, which is half of what they said, half, it would need to increase by 1,000x, not 1,000%, 1,000x. So to get to where they're talking about it being, it would have to 2,000x. But some currencies have done that because other currencies have come from nothing or next to nothing. This is already the second to third biggest currency there is, with a market cap of $12 billion. For this to just 10x, it would be almost the size of the entire crypto market cap. It would be 120 billion, just a 10x, not 100x, not 1,000x, not 2,000x. If it was 200x, it would be worth 8 times what Bitcoin is worth. It would dwarf the biggest market cap that crypto has ever had in the heyday. Well, Bitcoin was 20 grand when there was tons of people coming into the market, when shoeshine boys and taxi drivers were buying Bitcoin, like everyone said. It would dwarf that by like 10 times. So the possibility of XRP hitting half of $590, $600, it's not going to happen. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. Not financial advice. I'm not saying it never happen. I'm saying it's not going to happen. I could pull a John McAfee and say I'd eat my own wiener. I feel that strongly. I could say I would eat John McAfee's if it hit that, and I know for sure it never would. So always do your own research. It's one of the main points. Just do the math. It's simple. Just look at the market cap, and also look where the story is coming from. I mean, it's coming from someone who's probably has their life savings in XRP, and wants people to say, oh, they could go that high. Wow, just, blow your mind kind of stuff. That's enough of my rant on that. But definitely, I don't think it's going to do it. It's not going to do it.
Not gonna do it.
All right, let's head over go over to Facebook. Winner of the Facebook project. I can't believe we just forgot it. Medusa? No, it's something. Anyway, you can look at my past video when I went over the project name. But Facebook has just hired a MIT professor onto the cryptocurrency team. This guy's pretty legit. The reports claim that renowned professor of MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, has been employed by the social media giant Facebook to work on its cryptocurrency project. Media reports have been quoting multiple unidentified sources close to analyzers of the state of affairs at Facebook. They have signed their economics Christian Catalini. Currently, Catalini is working at MIT, and the career development professor Theodore T. Miller recently authored a research report in collaboration. Ignore that I said that word. In collaboration with Professor Joshua Gans of the University of Toronto, providing his insights on the worth of tokens and early coin presentations. Now, Cannellini is a pundit of crypto and has raised almost $500,000 to dispense USD 100 in Bitcoin to MIT undergrad students a few years ago. So this guy is serious. It makes me feel a lot better if he's coming on to what FBI Coin is going to do. As far as fascist book, all that, my own personal opinion on Facebook and Zuckerberg. But this guy looks like he's a solid brain coming in on the project. That's about it for today. If you have any comments, leave them below. I'd love to talk with you and interact with you there. Please, once again, crush that like button. Hit that notification bell if you haven't. Make sure you're subscribed. You guys take care, and I'll see you in the next video.